Hey, I'm Decathlon Gamer. Welcome back to Farm Sim 19. This is Big One in Little Norton, and it's episode number 3. Be sure to like and subscribe for more great content, and let's go ahead and get into our third day on the job. It's still early morning. I did make an unfortunate discovery after ending the last episode, and I will have to essentially burn a day to cover off what has happened with that as we return back to the main farm. And here's what I've figured out. So this Case IH, this low-level Case IH, if you look here, no PTO. I mean, I thought this game had kind of moved on from that. I thought there was a few light, small tractors that were without PTOs, but a medium tractor without a PTO is pretty ridiculous in my mind, but it is what it is. So we're gonna go ahead and leave our mower here, but this case is not gonna happen. I have every intention of going triple mower on the front at some point, and this tractor is just not going to allow us to do that, which is really going to complicate some jobs. So even though it might be good for, speed and whatnot, it's just not going to get the job done without that front PTO. So I'm going to go ahead and take it back to the shop as just had my own little collision here. I got to make sure I'm driving on the correct side of the road. Man, oh man. Funny thing was I even looked before I pulled out, but he wasn't there. Flashing your lights at me? Why? I don't have my lights on? It's 7 o'clock in the morning. We're fine. Anyway, so I'm going to sell this back to the shop. I should be able to get full price back as we haven't logged any hours on it or anything. It's still brand new. Today we're going to end up having to pick a new tractor, which limits how quickly I can get to that point of, say, mowing grass. I do think that I want to stick with my intention, and that is to get a forage harvester as soon as possible. Forage wagon, sorry, not harvester. Forage wagon as soon as possible. So tomorrow, most likely, I'll pick up a forage wagon, and today we're swapping tractors. I might look at another small grass field, as I think that could be a suitable cheap expansion, and I think I do need to go around this way to get back to the shop. Without looking at the map, I think I'm going the right way here. Terrain looks right. The hill doesn't quite look right, but coming down it the other way doesn't seem as steep, I would assume. So, small grass field by the BGA. Swap out the tractor, and then we'll pick up whatever contract we can do for the day. And that's what's on the docket for day number 3 here. It's also going to wrap up early spring, so we're quickly moving on. This should be by the shop now. Yes, it is. Alright, cool. Starting to learn the map a little bit. There has got to be... there it is. .1 hours. Let's make sure we spent $3 to repair. That brings us back to $94,059. Is that still full price? Yeah, not quite. Not quite. But it'll have to do. It's completely worthless to me without that front PTO. So goodbye, Case. I drove you to the farm and back. My wife told me, nope, can't have this one. Gotta let it go. Alright, well, back into the shop. Brings us back up to 300,000. I'm still fine with getting a front tractor, but it looks like this case also lacks front PTO. You can see that the New Holland is good to go, but the horsepower issues. The Steyr's good to go, but I do believe that the Steyr didn't have any sort of engine upgrades. Oh, it does have a little bit. 175 horsepower we can get it to. Also, we can get a front loader attachment, so eventually that's going to be handy for us. I do believe that the Steyr has the narrow tires for lack of crop destruction, which is a handy thing. So there is some options when it comes to the Steyr. So we can get that front loader attachment. We do have that front PTO. It's got rear PTO. So I think we might be going with the Steyr. Otherwise, I think we're going to start seeing a pretty big jump in price. It does 31, which means it's going to actually move around a little bit. Yeah, and then you're looking at a big jump up to the Valtra. So, Steyr it is. Okay, Trelleborg. I'm going to save upgrades for later. Let's get the base tractor. Alright, so day 3, when we've replaced a tractor, that's a purchase. So even though we did a trade-in, that's a purchase. So day done when it comes to that. Take a look at our Steyr. It's a decent looking tractor. It was faster than the other one. So, I mean, we actually ended up upgrading. But that lowered our funds a little bit further. We'll sit in there. But not going anywhere with it right now. Next up, a field purchase. So we bought the biogas plant. We've got our field 22. I'm thinking probably field 42 right outside. 80,000. That's with a forage wagon that goes straight into the biogas plant. And we can recover that money this year. Now, I might not be buying additional fields too soon. 46 is the likely next one. Can't even afford it right now. I now have that capability of running the tractor with a single mower. If I could throw a forage wagon on the back, we can mow grass, which means we can mow 22 and drop it off at the BGA. We can mow 42, drop it at the BGA. So that next piece is the forage wagon. From there, purchasing fields comes down to whether we have money. This might be kind of my start point, other than something that can allow me, wow, I have contract choices, and I like this option. 18,000, 3,600 is the cost. We can borrow the equipment here. Is that a self-driven sprayer? It might be 27 acres for field 25. Holy cow, this job might take us a while, but you better believe that the pay is nice. Field 25 is that monster. Right near us, and the entrance is definitely right back over here. So we come out straight through the intersection and then hang left at the dirt path after the row of houses. Okay, and that'll take us back into 25, which will be straight beyond at the T. I don't know where the entrance is, but that is a big field. But I'm happy, because with one contract a day, that's going to bring us in some cash. I mean, we're looking at $15K after the least cost. It is going to cost me probably $4,000 or so in fertilizer, but at least that'll still net about $11,000 for the day, and the rest of it's all fertilizing. We can't do the transporting, so they're all going to have a similar expense. Okay, it is a self-driven, nice big one. I need to go in and hold on. Let's not do this just yet. Let's hop out. So we're using the Rubicon 9000. Dang. She is empty. What kind of sprayer is this? Is this liquid? I have no idea what kind this is going to use. I'm assuming this is a liquid fertilizer. Yeah, that's a liquid tank for sure. Alright, well, in that case, we need to buy liquid fertilizer. Is this in a pallet? Liquid fertilizer, 2000. I'm guessing I'm going to need more than this. We do get it back if we don't use it, so we'll get a refund. Okay, it looks like we're getting about 20%. Yeah, 22. Have to fire it up. Gotta move it over. The other's out of reach here. Alright, 44% full. May or may not get the job done, but we'll see. This is definitely a bit of a beast driving down the road. Pretty much taking up the whole road at the moment. I think I can close it down to about one lane. We're gonna have to that mixer coming through, push us all the way into nudging those branches. Alright, so we should come out, like I said, roughly $10,000 ahead. So that makes me happy. You know what? We're gonna hop out real quick. Time for a piece of the tour. This is the Little Norton Livestock Auctioneers. Look at that. You got cows, you got sheep. They're fed. Looks like they're static, but still, that's really cool. That you can come here and purchase your animals like that. A lot of the auctioneers have sounds, but they don't actually really have anything like this. Alright, we're parked in the middle of the road. I gotta get back in before we get ourselves a ticket, right? I think this is our road right here. Is this it? Yes. Just a dirt path connecting these fields, which is really neat that it's just a simple grass field with a beaten path on it that connects this whole area of fields together. Okay. This is it. There's no fence around it. This is the giant field. Oh, look. Did you see that? Even the wheels just pushed out, got wider. That's neat. Oh, it's on the front too. Interesting. I have not used this spreader before. Okay, well, here we go. Start right in the middle of the field. Yeah, that's a great way to do it, but it's easy to see where you're going, what you've done. And that's used 3% so far. %. Dang, this field's big. 5%, and we haven't even made it across the field. %. Yikes. Okay, this is more than I expected it to be. Alright. That's 15%, and we used 6%. I think we're definitely going to need some more. But that's... That's gonna add up. Some large equipment handles really awkwardly. I mean, really awkwardly. This handles really well. Really trying to use edges carefully. Don't want to waste this liquid fertilizer. As wide as this thing is, it does use a lot quickly. This field is truly massive, though. it's a wide enough swath here. We'll run straight through here. I do like how it's quite easy to tell your spray width, unlike some of the other machinery, the solid fertilizer that throws it out beyond and you're kind of guessing wildly. Here it's really easy to line up. Like here. Clear that I could go over a little bit further, readjust. Okay. I think I am not going to go all the way down on this. We're going to just, there you go, that's far enough. And then we're going to take this and go backwards. There you go, good. Alright, we've used one tank worth, so actually the $3,000 we've already used. So, unfortunately, this is not going to come out to an over $10,000 payday. But I think we still will probably come out with about an $8,000 payday, roughly. Okay. This whole side of the field is done, and that's about 2/3 overall. I will continue straight on when we hit that point. And here we go. Right now we're headed right up towards our field, our farm. When we reach this corner of the field, just beyond that hedge. There's our farm right there. Ain't she pretty? I know, right? Okay. This'll just about do it. So we will get a bit of a refund, but it definitely won't be $3,000. I think we'll get maybe $2,000 back. Which means it'll actually still be almost a $10,000 payday. $9,000 to $10,000. Okay, we're almost done. Almost done. Come on now. We definitely got the right amount of fertilizer, so that's good. And this is definitely a good wide enough that we're not wasting. So, in the end, the way I covered the field, very little was wasted. So, we're good. We're efficient. I apparently did start in the right place on the field and going down the middle. A little unconventional, but it worked. Okay, turn it off, turn it off. All right, 7% left. That's a third of one. So we spent $5,000 on fertilizer, and it was what, $15,000. So yeah, after the equipment costs, there you go. Actually, looks like well, it was 6,000. There you go. Subtract 6,000. Right at 10,000. So there you go. 10,000 payday. It's not a bad day's work. So we're up to 116,000 now. Well, down to 116,000. At least we can go home and call it a day and bother with picking up the Steyr tomorrow. I can just show off my athletic skills, which, by the way, I coach multiple sports, including the high jump. This is not high jump territory, but hey, we're home. Well, kind of. We're in our grass field, which helps feed our non-existent sheep. I'd love to get one, but we need to wait for the first grass harvest to do so. Let's not hop this fence. And if the wife sees, maybe she'll be a little disappointed with us. Say, maybe you're gonna hurt yourself again. Which is a definite possibility. I do play soccer, but it's been 2 months, almost 3 months, quarantine and all. It's the longest I've gone without playing soccer in well over a decade. That's even after a torn muscle a while back, and yeah. But yes, I did some damage to myself once upon a time. Broken back. Is that real? Is that open? Nope, that's just our garage. The personal car. The Mini Cooper. Alright. Well, folks, I'm going to head in and get some rest, and we'll call it a day, and I'll see you back next time. I'm Decathlon Gamer. Thanks for tuning in. Be sure to hit that like button, and I'll see you next time. Have a good one. Be safe out there, and bye for now.